Is the Master a main villain of Beat Saber? More importantly, is he a sort of god or overlord of the game? Nah, he's probably not, and Beat Saber has absolutely no lore to it, but hey, that's what we're here to figure out. Before we get into it, let's just cover what Beat Saber even is for the people who have been living under a rock. So Beat Saber is a rhythm game available on VR via the MetaQuest store or on Steam or something. I don't really know because I don't play on Steam. It consists of swinging two sabers around and hitting blocks in the corresponding directions, and the game has 8 OSTs so far, as well as the extras pack and the Camellia pack. Alright. Now that we understand what Beat Saber is, let's dive into the theory. So, OST 7 and 8 both have songs by Temanite and Boom Kitty. The one in OST 7 is called The Master, and the one in OST 8 is called The Master 2. Blades of Chaos, and it is the first ever direct continuation of a song Beat Games has ever done for Beat Saber. In the first song, during the light show, if you watch closely, you can see the chevron that is usually in all the light shows is actually moving around and talking to you as the song dialogue goes on. And by the way, a chevron is basically a triangle with only 2 sides. This happens in the Master 2 as well, but he is more animated. Anyways, in the first song, he says,
"You are, it seems, one with many skills. What a rare combination. But alas, your abilities are no match for me."
Now this only sounds like a nod to the song's name, but that is where you are wrong, and this is only the beginning, as later in the song he says,
"Is that all you got? Not bad. But can you do this? Impressive."
But the most important dialogue to this theory in the first song is when he says,
"You've come farther than most, but there's something you need to know. I always get the last laugh."
This dialogue is very important because it infers that every enemy he has faced off against, he has won against. But a little bit later he also says,
"That's impossible."
This dialogue is going against what the other dialogue said though. But this is where it gets interesting, because this is just what he wants you to think, that you beat him after countless victories on his end. No, he is just putting on an act, as we see in the Master 2. So the Master 2 picks up where the Master 1 left off. In the light show, you can see that he is sitting on a throne of sorts and it spins around to reveal him. He then says, "Shall we begin?" inferring that this is just round 2 of his plan. Later he says,
"You have entered a world beyond your reckoning. Foolish creature, feel the enchanted power of the Master."
This alone is pretty solid evidence of the Master being some sort of god or overlord in the realm of Beat Saber. The Master 1 was just bait to reel you into the real place the Master can use his power. He then says,
Well done. Let's give you a round of applause. But I'm afraid you're out of your depth this time. We're only warming up.
This proves that he is not a one-man army, but he has multiple minions or clones at his disposal, making him even more powerful. He also later says, "Show me what you've got, and feel my wrath." And also, "Now for my masterpiece," where he changes forms. Remember this for later. Now let's talk about the second part of this theory, the possibility that the Master is some sort of god or overlord in this realm. We see in the Master 1, after he says the Master, the chevron points to multiple directions, and with each direction, the lights follow accordingly. This alone is solid evidence that the Master can move and manipulate the lights by himself, making him some sort of higher power. This same behavior happens again after he says he always gets the last laugh. Now for the Master 2. A little bit after his minions rise up, there is this sort of factory-like setting where blocks are being smushed and turned into his minions, which means he basically has infinite minions to help him with whatever he is planning. This only adds further evidence to the pile that he is a powerful being. Later in the song, after he says, "Now for my masterpiece," if you look real closely in the background, you can see his form he has been in for the whole time, gets tossed away and he changes forms. Remember that from earlier? Anyways, this new form looks like an animal sort of. And this is what I believe to be the Master's true form. Or at least a more powerful form. Anyways, I'm probably overthinking this and the Master is nothing more than a character in a silly rhythm game. But it was fun to think of this theory and put it together in a video. I hope you enjoyed, liked and subscribed. But remember, that's just a theory. A game theory.